Hello there. I see that you're struggling, especially because you just got your Tiger, or you're playing your favorite nation, Germany, at 5.7. I'd say this is probably one of the more popular battle ratings for Germany, War Thunder. And I'd say it's probably one of the stronger ones, although it used to be stronger. A lot of the good tanks moved up. They're at 6.0, 6.7, such. But 5.7 is still very strong. And I built this loadout kind of out of my experience of the vehicles I see the most, right? Or what I would expect to see from someone who just got the Tiger, right? The VK is kind of iffy. I feel like most players probably wouldn't get the VK to begin with. So I'm not too sure if that's too accurate, but I love the VK, so I'll take any reason to put it my lineup. But most of the time, people rush to the Tiger 1, and why not? It comes straight after Panzer III. So I'm also going to go with the assumption they've gone AA. Some German players don't touch AA whatsoever, and some, they get the Wirbelwind. I was kind of on a stretch of whether or not I should have the JU-87 in or the DO-335. I do see more 335s than I do Stukas, but it could go either way. I want to show how you can do well with this assortment of vehicles, especially the Tiger, and how you can maximize the amount of research and silver lions you're getting. Just to show, I have no premium account. Premium account is not activated, and I'm going to get rid of all my existing money. Look at that. I even got the Mad Roger badge, which is exactly what I'm going to be getting. Okay. So, let's quickly grab some boosters on that you get from doing the loot crates. Good stuff. I always suggest having a wager on. Destroy 10 units wager is super easy because you only need to destroy 5 units for that in ground RB. But destroy 5 unit wagers is a good starting point, generally some 3 vehicles. And as you get better and better, you consistently get the most kills every game. Using CAS aircraft, using all this. You can use an unstoppable. If you can go air domination, get a wing breaker wager. It's really good stuff. Anyway, let's just jump straight into it. I've never seen me actually have more golden eagles and silver lions before. Actually, this is no joke, by the way. If I do really badly this game, I will lose. I'll probably be in the negative. My silver lion will be in the negative. So there's a lot of pressure to do well, and that keeps me honest. It means I can't just go and play another match. I can't just cherry pick this is my first run. This is it. This is the one. I might even grab a little bit of hint just for the sake of taking out open tops if I have to. This is not the best map. Actually, hold up. My microphone is probably all types of messed up because of the aircon and whatnot. Let me turn that off. But yeah, this map is I love this map. Unfortunately, this version of the map, it's gonna be up in airs on whether or not I can do well. Mostly because there's only one spawn. If we start getting spawn camp, there's very little I can do. The Tiger can flank, and I actually would suggest flanking. I know this is really weird, you're everything, why are you flanking? But you want to be flanking almost in every vehicle in War Thunder, unless you're in a mouse or something, in which case I'm sorry, my friend. You want to be flanking because basically whoever shoots first is who wins. And that's doubly true with the Tiger. You may feel like it is a very heavily armored tank. It is not. It can bounce a few shots, especially if you're lucky. But most players, even inexperienced players, know how to kill this thing. And its gun it does not have that much penetration. It's actually not that good at killing things from the front. So you really want to focus on killing lighter vehicles on the flanks and shooting heavily armored vehicles in the sides. I got very lucky there that he shot my machine gun port. That's actually pretty standard for the Tiger. They try and shoot your weak spot, and it's actually not a weak spot. Oh, we have a Panther here. That's very interesting. Is it a mixed battle? This is good stuff though. I don't know where I got shot from just then. But whoever shot me either shot smoke at me or they shot my smoke canister, which I don't think they did, no. But I'm going to use that smoke to my advantage here to try and get across the road. I want to keep flanking. But as I said, when you are flanking, most tanks that you're going to fight in the front are going to be lightly armed vehicles. With the Tiger, that is going to be a massive help for you. I would say you're not stabilized, and a lot of your opponents are going to have at least stop stabilizers. Which case, again, your best option is to either, when you are pushing, make sure you're not holding down the accelerator while you're pushing. I would suggest not slamming on the brakes either. If you want to come to a stop, just let go of the accelerator and just stop like slowly, naturally. And if you do want to move, but still be able to shoot, I say just tap the W key. That's unfortunate. That's mighty unfortunate. That's then I shot at a bad time. I had a really good shot, and the second I did take that shot, he ended up reversing. That vehicle is extremely dangerous. The what do you call them? The KV-122, sorry, the KV-222 is extremely dangerous. It's probably one of the best tanks at this tier, and most people who have it are extremely experienced. So I definitely want to take out that tank. That's where using, your CAS comes in handy, because you want to basically make sure that you're taking out the, you're taking out the vehicles that pose the biggest threat to your team. I know, there's a joke about German teammates being really useless, right? And although that's true to a degree, you shouldn't make it any harder for your team by not prioritizing targets that are the most dangerous. In fact, I see 2 tanks right there. And I do believe one of them is the 222, so this is going to be a perfect time to get 2 kills right here. That's actually insane. If you guys have ever wanted to see a example of Russian bias, it's the fact that a 500 kilo bomb just dropped on top of a KV-2 and it's still alive. I don't know if you noticed, but that bomb was completely on target. It was dead accurate. And it still didn't take out the KV. I'm actually flabbergasted. There's kind of the joke that there's a joke about the, what's it called? The Object 279, right, being basically invincible to bombs. You drop you basically drop a fucking nuke on it, and it still doesn't die, right? And that I've never seen such an egregious example of just BS, honestly. But it looks like his bias is no more. Our team is holding onto the cap for now. Oh. Oh wow, that is bad. that is quite bad. Okay. That is youch. I don't know what to say about that bomb. I think his plan was to take out the... KV-220, but... he killed 2 of his allies in the process, and I guess he wasn't paying attention to the feed that I killed him, so... Puma is a great vehicle. I can definitely see newer players like using it and falling in love with it basically instantly. Oh, that's a jumbo right there. He's in such a position where I can't really shoot him. Oh, you're joking. Oh my goodness. Well, at least that Ju-87 got a decent bomb off. That wasn't too bad. Damn, we've got some crazy bomb kills here. You can definitely see that this is not a cherry pick game, as I've been cast. Like, I've been cast twice, and both time, one of the times it was by my own team. Yeah, that's mighty unfortunate that I couldn't kill that jumbo. But we are losing B, and I've got to do something about it. I was thinking about using the BF-109, but considering the amount of AA that I saw last up, I should probably focus on trying to deal with the guys on B with the tank instead. And oh my god, I got 11 kills as just time just flies by. Damn, and our anti-air is doing a really bad job of keeping those planes out the air. It's unfortunate because whenever I'm playing a plane, there's like 5 Oswins up and they've all got fucking radars, bro. They all just snipe me from miles away. Yeah, when you're playing America 6-7, bro, and you're fighting the Germans, they're insane. But then when you're playing Germany, your friends are basically AI. Oh, I'm dead. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That is mighty unfortunate. I didn't expect the SU to be watching down that path. I was entirely hoping that whatever was on the cap wasn't going to be watching that avenue. If I was slightly better at the game, I would have aimed a little more to the right and shot his flat bit, and then I wouldn't have died. But that's alright. I'm going to try and bomb the SU, and I know that the other 2 vehicles are pretty light, and I can either strafe one out, and the other one I might just have to hope that he dies in the bomb. Like, so it was a locust, wasn't it? So he might not get killed with overpressure. That's good stuff. There is still a locust on the cap though. I think something else too. Oh wow, I actually didn't kill the SU. That's really unfortunate. I actually thought I killed the, I actually really thought I killed the SU with that bomb. Really? Wow. I don't know what I dropped it on. This is going to come down to the wire. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. Oh, did we stop the cap? No, there's one more thing on the cap. Damn. Oh no. Oh, the tank just de-rendered just then. Oh, that is so sad. That is so sad. We actually might have won that. Oh no. And that's devastating. Not having having that team kill, and having the anti-air that can't shoot any of these planes down definitely puts into perspective. I personally had a pretty good result because the tank, I mean, even though I was using the just using the Tiger, and like it doesn't matter. Like these tanks are still good, especially if you use them right. And the aircraft, nothing wrong with the aircraft. Unfortunately, I wouldn't necessarily say the teams are bad. They're probably average. I would just say that Russian teams at 5-7 are gods. They are goated. They are insane, right? So I would say that American and German teams are about even. I'd say that American teams are probably a little worse off, like when it comes to skill level. And a lot of the fact that American teams tend to leave after dying once and German teams don't. But as you can see, I mean, with the team kill with that JU, yeah, Germany has it hard, especially against Russian players who not only have really good vehicles, a lot of them extremely, way more experienced, okay? Like, whoever has a KV-1E or a KV-220 is way more experienced, okay? We had France there, you had the Panther Dauphine, you know. It's just, you're much more likely when you're playing Germany 5-7 to be coming up across experienced players, which is what gives the perception that Germany 5-7 sucks. Your team is about average, half your team is alright, and the other half is absolutely just not there. And the other teams clicked on. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. My recommendation would be, if you are playing Germany, and if you just got the Tiger, I would say if you're gonna play it, wait until you at least have the VK to go in your lineup, preferably some anti-air. Playing this battle rating with only the Tiger kind of sucks, and you're just better off playing 3.7 for a little longer. Try and play the vehicles that you didn't play, getting all the modifications, because that'll get you an extra bonus research. You can almost get as much research as having a premium vehicle, if you're getting modifications for your vehicle too, because that little 30% bonus that you get. So I really do recommend that, and use aviation. You know, like, I know that KV like literally tanked that bomb because glorious Russian bias, but overall, your best odds with dealing with really good players, both any players that are in planes and in tanks, is bombing them or shooting them down. You know, like that is what saves your team. You know, I feel like if I killed that KV-220 at the start of the game, while I was in my Tiger, you know, our team probably would have done a lot better. We might not have lost because of that singular dude. So find that one dude, that one Russian dude who has 1 million hours in the game and has got an IS-7 and E100 in his lineup. Make sure you take him out as soon as you can. Thanks for watching, guys. See you around.